everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to fresh, brand new, hot off the press Hazel stream. It's the weekend. I hope everything's going good for you guys. I was just heading over to Hallowfall because my grind is not done yet. Also, I was checking on the price of the WoW token, and then I was looking at like a historical graph for it. Getting a feel for where it's at 253k right now. It's gone as low as kind of like 227 to 237, like around patch release. I'm just trying to predict like if it's going to drop again, and if so, to what. It's not actually, it's also before that, at the end of, right before the last patch release, it was as high as 286. So it's not the worst it's ever been. That's cheap. Yeah, North America. I should specify North America. It's not bad right now. Not against stocking up on them. Oh, it's also fishing derby day today, which I don't need to do at all, but I just saw it up, and if anybody does need to do the fishing derby, it's fishing derby day. Oh, sorry. Thank you for the 3-month resub. Appreciate it. You 350k-ish. How is everything doing? I got my Lynx yesterday. Hoping today is the day for you. Nice. Congratulations. I don't have any characters to stop and do this event because I'm pretty sure they all did it for the week anyways. So they can get a piece, like a random piece from the, whatchamacallit. They could get a random piece if they wanted from doing like the soldier's coffer and then maybe the last boss. But we're not, well, I was going to say I'm not fussed about it. The boss is about to spawn. It's not likely to give me anything that I need. I'm only missing... Let me see here. We're only missing... We have almost 94% of the mog from the vendors. Also, the Void Scarred Lynx is included in that list. I'm only missing 2 pieces of the purple stuff. And then, let's see. Yeah, we're nearly there. And then the white weapons, there's a handful, but not too many. Maybe next week we'll get those all finished. Lila Mahariel, thank you very much for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Good luck today. Thank you. Today could be the day. We're I'm getting right to it anyways. I'm going to be focused-ish. That's a good goal, to be focused-ish. We're going to be on top of it. It's going to be great. And a Star Wars baby. Happy to announce the birth of our beautiful daughter Kaya, May 4th. Oh, congratulations, honey bun. So perfect, so sweet, so in love. Star Wars baby, that makes sense. Congratulations. My goodness. Day 8 of cold and rainy weather. We should see sun tomorrow. Forgot it exists. Oh, man. Honey bun, I feel like you've been expecting for so long. I know it's the standard amount of human time, but I'm so happy for you. Morning to Hazel chat, first time viewer. Hello, Grey Legs. How are you? Welcome. How are we doing? I'm alive. That's good. That's a good start. What about how am I doing today? Pretty good. Made it out of bed. Did not get up too early today. I should do some yoga today, but I haven't done it yet. 3 days overdue. 30-hour labor. Oh. Being alive is all I can do right now. It's a good part. It's good. Oh no. Kaya's a lovely name. Alright, oh, I'm supposed to be down the hill for this one because there's like elites down there, like those guys, yeah. Those two, those are what we're after. It's Polish. We are... Yeah, I'll pop down here because we still have half the quest left to do, so this will help. I also have some mild desire to do a pretty good desire to do the Undermine World quest today because they would have reset. There should be a new batch of them. There should be excellent reputation. I'm still working on getting all 4 of the, I guess 5, but the 4 actually grindable cartels that are we get dailies for. To Exalted. I've got 2 of them done. I'm working on number 3. It would be good to do those dailies, but I don't really want to do them. I don't really want to go do world quests if I have any if I have void Lynx farming left to do, and I think I can pretty easily do this all day. I guess if I get through all of my 80s, then we'll go do the world quest. But it's I'm not generally all that fast. We'll work on it, or maybe it'll drop, and then we can do undermine stuff. Partner's family are Polish. Wanted to carry on the Polish names. That's lovely. Hope we get some delicious pizza or something after all that. Whatever it may be. Okay. What's going on over here? Weekend. Nice and quiet. I love walking my dog in the morning on weekends because the streets are pretty empty, and it makes it selfishly a little bit easier to get Moose through his walk, because whenever there's like a lot of people leaving for work and going to school, he wants to stop and say hi to all of them. And on weekends, not only are there fewer people out and about, but the ones that are out are usually just like hanging out in their front porch, and they're more than happy to see Moose. Sunny, nice weather. Here, good. Got lots of water. I have 3 notebooks. 4 notebooks. What's the 4th one for? Oh, that's right. I have 4 different notebooks on my desk. I'm once again trying to get organized about how to get my life under control. And I don't know if more paper is the answer to that, but that is the tack that we are taking. I've got one of the books is like a day planner, and that's where I can put like a to-do list, and I can also like time block stuff. The second book is a habit tracker, which gives you like little boxes to check off for each day that you've done a given thing. It has room to track like 20 habits, which is way too many. So we're just using like 1 to 4 of them, but that's fine. And then the third one is just like a legal pad for like miscellaneous lists and brainstorming. And then the 4th one is my poor neglected undermine raid guide list, which is still telling me to make the Gallywix guide, which is a good idea. It is something I should do. There's some other stuff that might precede it on the list. Drive by Moose porch sightings. I like it. He's so funny in that, like, if someone says hi and we say hi and we're kind of chatting a bit, and we're chatting to somebody, maybe we're on the sidewalk and that person's on their porch, Moose will be like looking at them and be like, oh, hey, you're talking to me. How come you're not coming over here, or I'm not going over there? Like, why am I not in sniffing range? You haven't finished your greeting. Like, and he doesn't, like, he wants to say hi to people. He doesn't really want them to pet him necessarily if it's the 1st or 5th time they're meeting him. Like, you have to really work your rep up with Moose before he's gonna like go in for some pets. But he like really wants to just like go up and sniff people. And if we're chatting with someone and he can't reach them to sniff at them, he's very confused about the whole business. It's like, hang on, no, just let me go up their driveway, climb up to their porch, and see him. I'll be right back. Journals are a nice idea until you remember you have them like 6 months after you got them. The most fun part of a journal is getting the journal. It's all of the dreams and potential before you realize who you are again and you like remember. It's like that fantasy of becoming somebody who uses it really effectively. Some people probably... I have big phases with it. I have big phases with using like paper planners and journals and trackers and whatnot, where I'll be on it for like a year. I like them because they... Usually when I'm living my best life, it's because I'm helping to organize myself on paper. Organizing myself with apps and computer programs is useless to me because as soon as I close the program, I cease to forget that it existed. And also the entire time that I'm on whatever device is running the program, I am at severe risk of being distracted by something else that device could do. So paper's a little bit safer. In-laws did not. Fun to see people try to pronounce their names. Bet that's very entertaining. Same with a sketchbook. Yeah, it's the new ones are always fun. Although you can sometimes leverage that with yourself by being like, listen, if I make a challenge to fill out every page in the existing one that I have, you know, with no particular standard it doesn't have to be filled out perfectly. Just like if I use it and I finish it, then I can get another one. The absolute lack of object permanence is so real. With notebooks, I can sometimes forget about them, especially if I shove them in a drawer, but they usually resurface sooner or later. This day planner that I have has like maybe 20 entries from January of last year, and then 2 from May of last year, and then nothing until now. But it's back, you know, we haven't thrown it out. We're using it again. It's good stuff.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend.
That one's good. One more. One more way out this way. Keep paper journals too. Physical active writing things sinks in with my brain much more significantly. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. It gives your brain a little bit longer to like sit with the thing. Making lists usually helps me, although it's kind of a tricky one, because usually by the time I've made the list, I'm feeling much more stressed because I made the list of all the things that I was ignoring. And once I'm no longer ignoring them, you have to kind of deal with all of the feelings that you buried right along with them. Rarely have to go back and check as long as I wrote the reminder instead of typed it. My main exception to that rule is if it's a time-based reminder and I put it... Well, I was going to say, like, I'll put, like, calendar reminders into my phone and then it'll, like, make noise to remind me of them. And that used to work really well for me, but I have reached a point in my life where my phone has no power over me, which is nice in some ways, but it's terrible if you want to remember appointments, like, or answer a phone call or anything. Like, it's very easy for my phone to be, like, budding, and it's in a closet, and I haven't looked at it in, like, 30 hours, and I have no idea. So it's not the best way to keep track of important things anymore because I do miss them. Solutions don't have feelings. Oh, no, the solution is to not have feelings. I see. Thinking about my issue with routine and focus, trying to get back into my various journals. Yeah, me too. I'm trying not to worry too much about the need to do it perfectly or to do it right this time or whatever. Even if I do a messy job, and even if I get back into it for some time and drop it again, I'll still be better off for having tried, so... I have a bunch of stuff I need to get done and organized and sorted out this week, and I'm gonna do some afternoons on it, I think. Because mornings are for stream, and evenings have other stuff going on. Afternoon would be the time. Here we go. These gate thingies are pretty good. Those are 10%. Those are decent. Those are worthwhile. Big physical calendar on the wall. Help me wean off phone alerts. Yeah, I like keeping one in like my sort of kitchen living room area, and that's good for phone or for like appointments. I don't always put all of my appointments on there, but anything really important that we know about ahead of time, we'll mark on that calendar. Because I tend to look at it when I'm brushing my teeth. Did the opposite, got a smartwatch. I have an Apple Watch. I just started wearing it again just so I can check the time. Because increasingly we would be walking the dog and neither of us would have our phone or our watch on us, and I'd be like, what time is it? And I'd like look at the sun being like, okay, so it sets in the west. Never understood how to use iPhone reminders. Sometimes I feel like they don't remind me until they feel like it, but that can't possibly be true. I'm pretty sure the problem's with me. But yeah, I wore my smartwatch pretty religiously for the first like 3 to 5 years I had it, I think. And I don't know what changed. You know what changed actually? When I started yoga and I realized that I couldn't wear it to yoga. I mean, I could, but it was difficult because it would get in the way of stuff. Having something on your wrist like that. And I like got over that hump of like, before I was like, oh man, I don't want to exercise if I'm not tracking it because then it doesn't count. And once I kind of got past that, then I realized I didn't need to wear it for anything ever. All right, we have 3 boxes to open. Drum roll. No mount, but I did get lucky and I got a Nightfall Curseblades Cudgel, which is one of the weapons that I needed, so that saves me having to buy it off the vendor. Hey, this character can go home. She can go live in Dornegal. You'd be proud of me. I actually used some concentration last night, crafted a couple things to sell, made a tiny bit of gold. Wow. How can the government track you if you go for walks without your phone? I know, right? Sometimes I realize that we've left without either of us having our phone, and I'm like, what if something happens and we need to call someone? And then I think, A, that's never happened. B, people have gone for walks for thousands of years. And for most of those, they were not able to carry iPhones. They managed. It'll be fine. If anything, I'm sure we can flag down one of the other bajillion people that does have a phone on them, and then get assistance if anything is like really direly going wrong. I live in a city. It's not a wasteland. Okay. That's all fine. We can log out there. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Went through that phase last year too, where I just didn't want my watch tracking anything. I don't really mind if it knows everything about me. I just don't like the feeling of having it on. I got used to not wearing it, and now it's not comfortable. Even though, like, the band's very comfortable, it's just, I'm just not used to the feeling of having something on. I did get a new face, though, that I put pictures of Moose on, so that helps. If I can check the time and also see my puppy, I feel like that's how they're going to get me back. Hi, sweetie. You want to come up? I'm Gen Z, so I have my phone surgically joined to my hand as per the Zebra Code of Conduct. I used to go through phases, and I probably still do, where I would become convinced that I had like an addiction to, I wouldn't say phone specifically, the phone's just kind of a source of it. It would be reading online, like posts and forums. Reddit was really bad for it. And I would be like, I have an internet addiction. I'm not in control of this behavior. This is having lots of negative effects on my life and well-being. This is out of my control. This is an addiction. And I can see how I arrived at that conclusion. But what I'm increasingly realizing is that the compulsive behavior is not specific to the internet. It's specific to shoving down my anxiety. The internet was just kind of the means to the end. It's easily hot swappable with any other coping mechanism that's not solving the problem. Which is the good news, means that I can get offline and not suffer too much for it. Bad news being I still haven't learned how to deal with my feelings. Well, you know, baby steps. You could probably make an argument that is the root cause of a lot of addictions that are actual like substance addictions, is avoiding some emotional state or another. But at least when you're quitting Reddit, your liver's okay. Hey everyone, hello Rachel, how you doing today? The annoying thing is that while it certainly works to shove down the feeling, it like totally makes it worse. Even if you're not reading like awful things, even if you're reading perfectly pleasant, mundane, not problematic content at all, which is not a guarantee on the internet, but like even if you're just reading lovely things and you're just watching kitten videos for like 4 hours, it still kind of fries you in a way that makes you worse off than if you hadn't done that in the first place. It's a very vicious cycle where your coping just kind of gives you the feelings back that you were trying to cope with in the first place, which then keeps you coping. Anyways, Saturday morning. What else? What other topics do we have to talk about? One day, not this week or anytime soon in my life, but one day in my far future, I was thinking maybe Hazel does a thing where she takes off the first Saturday of every month or something like that. Just so that there's like a day here and there where I can go to farmers markets, because they're always on Saturdays and they're always in the morning and I'm always streaming. And I love Saturday morning streams. I don't want to quit them. It's a great day for me. But sometimes your girl wants to go shop for handmade earrings. She wants to meet the people that are crafting tea in their backyards, throwing pottery, and selling eggs, you know. And they're always doing it on Saturdays. Hope I can quell my anxiety with a pet battle run through Wailing Caverns. Finally fixed my door to my bedroom, closes properly. Ooh, that's satisfying. Love doing stuff like that. I don't know if I would know how to fix the door. But I get that feeling every time I unclog a sink. Every time I take apart the trap under the sink to clean it out and clean the stopper and then put it all back together so it like drains nicely. Because it turns out even when you don't wash hair down your sink, it still manages to clog with something or another. It like grows stuff. I won't get into it. It's gross, but like it still needs doing every now and then. I thought for sure when I cut my hair short and that I would not have to worry about unclogging the sink anymore, but nope. It's your life, stream and work when you like. Yeah, weekends are a good day for me though. At the end of the day, you still have to pay your rent, and the weekends are a day that a lot more people are available to watch streams, so they tend to do a bit better. It would be a tough value thing. It would be like, it's your life. Don't go to work if you don't want to, but you don't get paid if you don't show up. Can I go before stream? Oh, maybe. Depending on how early things start. I start stream at 9, and then you have to consider travel time. I don't know how many of these things start at like 6 or 7. They might. They certainly might. Does that mean an afternoon stream on a Saturday? I'm not doing this anytime soon. I was just kind of musing. I was browsing various websites of farmers markets, being like, man, why are they always on Saturday? Early morning person now. I'm not, though. I'm not a natural early morning person. I can do it. I can see the functionality of it. I don't like love it though. It's not my, even when you take aside everything else, it's not my favorite way to live. Don't ever tempt chat with an afternoon stream. But it's not, afternoon my time is usually middle of the night for Europe. A lot of you are European. Think of the local products, right? It's okay. Hazel doesn't need to be shopping for anything right now. Hazel needs to sit down and keep her pennies in a stack. Local farmers market starts at 6 a.m. in Wisconsin. 18:30 in Europe. Yeah, when I stream in the mornings, it usually hits kind of like dinner time to early evening for Europe, which is a time when people are sometimes awake and looking to watch streams. Keyword, pennies. They're my pennies. I need to keep them. Yeah, when you get your house, you'll need new things for your home. Oh, man. If I get a house. It's getting a bit grim out there. I'm trying not to get overly optimistic, and I'm also trying not to lose hope. Do your best Mr. Crab impression. Who's Mr. Crab? Is it any crab? It can't be any crab. There must be like a character. Musing about switching stream times? Oh, not with any degree of seriousness. I was just talking about farmers markets. What is he called in English? SpongeBob. That explains it. I haven't seen any SpongeBob. It was popular with my demographic. I just missed that window entirely. I don't know why. Never in my life have I watched an episode of SpongeBob. I know about Krabby the Pokemon. And then I've met like a lot of real crabs because I like to sit at the ocean and fish, and while I'm fishing I like to peer into the tide pools by my feet, and I will usually spend more time watching the crabs in the tide pools than I do watching for my line, so then I get stuck. A crime in millennial court. You'll be assigned a barely alive hopeless millennial lawyer. I don't know. I just missed some things. That's okay. I had other things instead. I'm trying to think of like TV shows. I think the thing was when I was young, I wasn't in charge of the remote. So there was no movies. Like I definitely saw children's movies, and we had some Disney VHSs that I watched into infinity. But if we were watching television, it was the family watching television together, which means that you're watching American Idol, Canadian Idol, The Amazing Race, Survivor, or Law & Order. Or like Will and Grace. All fine television entities. But no one was turning on. I don't think I really wanted to watch SpongeBob anyway. I don't know if it ever spoke to me. Let alone, thank you for the 58-month resub. Boop. Boop. The main thing is that I did... The one time I had the remote was, there was a couple years in school where I left last because my school started the latest and everybody else had already gone to school or work by then. So I had like an hour extra on my own, and I would make my breakfast and I would watch Kim Possible. So I did see a good chunk of that. Hoping this run of my Wailing Caverns gets me another ever-living spore. I'm aware of the Powerpuff Girls. I did not consume any of that. I didn't watch any of that either. Nope, no club winks. I wasn't aware of what that was until they came out with like a Netflix live action version of it.
Recover what tools you can.
But yeah, like I said, no TV shows I don't think of that era really stuck with me outside of Kim Possible. Like when I was a little kid, I would watch like Sesame Street, and The Big Comfy Couch was a really good one. There's a couple different like children's shows for like young kids. But then by the time I was old enough to watch The Amazing Race, it was over for me. There was a sweet point for Nickelodeon. The better stuff was coming from Cartoon Network or Disney. In college, felt like an old bag, decrepit senior citizen at 25, surrounded by 20-year-olds, but here I'm like a baby. Rip Cartoon Network. I feel like TOT must be like an emoji of some kind, like a text emoji. All I can think of is Throne of Thunder or Throne of Tides. What are you watching now? Finished Ted Lasso? Finished Ted Lasso. We had a bit of a Taskmaster revival where we watched series, I think it was 17 of Taskmaster UK, and then we watched the first series of Taskmaster Australia, which was lots of fun, because I've decided that we're, you know, if I don't want to run out of Taskmaster, I may as well also do at least the English language spin-offs. I started trying to watch the Finnish version of it and realized that I don't understand any Finnish humor whatsoever because a lot of it predicates on speaking Finnish. It's a crying emoji. It's all I know how to do if I'm not on my phone. That's like a crying face. Oh, it is like a crying face. If it's like crying and also wailing, or if it has a big nose. Forgot about Taskmaster. Should fix this. Oh, it's so fun. And then currently, so we finished season 1 of Taskmaster Australia. It was great fun. And for a palate cleanser, we've gone back to another one of my staples, which is Netflix dating reality garbage. Love that for me. We're watching, we just started, there's a new one called Sneaky Lynx, and it is precisely the kind of dreck that I am about. So we're enjoying that a lot too. Crying emoji. It's someone carrying plates. I did not watch Love on the Spectrum. I heard it was good. I did not watch it. When I say garbage, I mean garbage. I mean like Too Hot to Handle. We watched a couple seasons of Perfect Match. I can't deal with Love is Blind. Love is Blind gets boring. I don't know what their problem is, but it's boring to me. Oh man, we did one season of gosh. It was Netflix had just picked up a show that had been ongoing before that. It was about whether or not the person you came in was going to cheat on you and stuck in a house with a bunch of other attractive people. I forget what it was called. Anyways, it was extremely predictable. Can't judge. I'm a Real Housewives addict. Yeah, every now and then. We don't watch it like all the time, but every now and then it hits the spot, and my partner and I will just like binge one of those shows together. And I'm so happy that he wants to watch them with me because it's really fun. Because we can be like shocked together, and we can gossip together, and we can like speculate about who's gonna betray who. It's really fun. Temptation Island. Yeah, that's right. We watched the Netflix season of Temptation Island. We watched Queer Ultimatum, which was very good. I haven't seen any of Straight Ultimatum yet. I've heard it's not as good, but maybe I should give it a try because, like I said, I like garbage. Yeah. I didn't say that I have taste. Yeah, I also kind of unironically love Too Hot to Handle. You just have to be careful not to watch too much of it before you go shopping for your own swimsuit for summer. Otherwise, you're going to forget what kind of swimsuits real people wear and buy something far too revealing and then realize that you are not about to wear it to a beach because there's families around. My goodness. Okay, we have 3 bags to open. See if we get lucky. Family tried to get me into Love is Blind and annoyed me. I watched the first season of Love is Blind when it came out, and I enjoyed that well enough, and it was pretty messy. But then when I tried to watch the second season, it was so boring that I started fast forwarding through everything, and then it was just dead to me. Drum roll. Da-da-da. 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 Nothing. All right. That was attempt number 94 with no luck. Why? Who is hurting me? Who made Anthus bleed? Anyway. Thinking about watching Temptation Island. If you like that kind of show, it does the trick. What is the drop rate on this? Rarity seems to think 1 in 125. So under 1% by a bit. Yeah, I saw that the Spanish version of Temptation Island went I saw that clip that went viral. I watched it before I watched the actual show, so I had no context for the show. I was like, why is this man running through the beach with like production people chasing him at night? Not even close to unlucky. No, not quite yet, but I am close to unlucky in my brain because the only things that my mind is held on to is people in chat and on Wowhead being like, oh man, I got it on my 3rd bag. I didn't even know it was a thing. No shade to you if that's your life. I'm not mad. I'm just jealous.
Stay productive in the light, vigilant in the light.
So by those standards, we're terribly unlucky. I feel bad. I barely do this stuff and got that mounted drop. You're totally fine. Please don't feel bad. I'm just giving a hard time. Would you feel better if I told you I got it on my 2nd attempt? No. Absolutely not. That's okay. Trying to watch older shows that were popular during a time I was just too young or didn't care about TV shows. Current binge is X-Files, and I do get it. X-Files. Haven't seen that one. It would be a lie. Is that the one with, Scully? Mine dropped around where you are for now for attempts. You'll get it soon. Maybe. Maybe it'll be today. That'll be fun. Mulder and Scully, yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched the show, but I've heard it was a good queer awakening for a number of women. Not because of, like, outright queer content on the show or anything, but just because of some really hot women. X-Files is so good. Yeah, and yes. Oh, man. Took me around 150. See how we do. It's because Gillian's beautiful. You're not wrong. Don't ask me how I know. What are we doing? 49%? My Warlock is faster at this than I imagine she's going to be, generally. I think her ability to AoE is not bad, considering. Especially if you can group stuff up or multi-dot. What are your thoughts on the add-on changes? I know you've probably been asked this a lot. So, I am in my new era, it's not really all that new, of being under a rock. And I haven't looked, I heard yesterday someone mentioned that there were changes to what add-ons can do, or changes to add-ons. And what I decided was that what I'm going to do is I'm going to not look up what they are. And I'm going to wait to see if they impact me directly enough that I notice independently. And if I don't notice, then I guess I'm not mad. But I feel like if I look up what they've done and I find out, even if it wasn't something that affected me, maybe then it'll make me mad. So currently I am happy as a clam. Nothing's been a problem to me yet. I have a feeling I'm not going to notice. Your Patrick era. Another SpongeBob reference for you. I feel like I know what Patrick looks like. He's a starfish, but for some reason he doesn't have, he's like kind of an unappealing color. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coming for Patrick like that. Add-on changes are also in no time soon. That would also explain why I haven't noticed anything yet if they're not implemented. When I was asked yesterday, I kind of thought it was something that was already live. Good call. He literally lives under a rock. Aww. You know what most of my exposure to SpongeBob is people with SpongeBob aquariums. If you're shopping for artificial aquarium decor, there's an awful lot of pineapples for you to put under the proverbial sea. I guess I also know the song, or at least the general gist of it. Let's kind of gather some stuff up here. I don't know if this is target capped or not. I didn't make a hailstone. There we go. Now I made a hailstone. Got natural here next time it comes up. Short version, if you're back, is just that I don't know what they're doing, and I've chosen not to look it up and wait to see if it affects me personally. If I notice, then I'll have feelings about it, but until then, I'll just assume that it's a good thing. Oh, Cragmoth, you're in danger. Kitty, are you leaving? Are you leaving? You want more attention? I love you. Hi. She was so cute this morning. The sun was coming through a window, and she sat right in the sunbeam spot, and she put her face towards it like a sunflower, and she was just like, Meow. Hi. She also jumped up onto the couch into Moose's face, and he, to his credit, held perfectly still and waited until it was over. Because she's blind, so she can't see where she's going. And she jumped up to what she thought was an empty couch and landed, like, on his face. And he was just like, oh god. Moose does watch TV. He gets very into it. I know he watches TV because even if we don't have the sound on or very high, he will pay attention if there's animals on the screen, specifically dogs, cats, or birds. I'm sure he would be into a squirrel as well, but like I watch, we'll put on like girl with dogs videos or like dog or cat videos on YouTube. And even if I've like muted it sometimes, because I'll mute it if there's ads and then sometimes I don't unmute it in time, he's still watching the screen. So it's not just, he likes the sound, but it's not just the sound. He loves that. He won't pay attention for like a whole hour or anything like that, but he'll watch it for 20 minutes or so. What is his favorite reality garbage? I don't know if he's been watching any of that. I feel like unless someone's making like a squeaky sound, I don't know. I don't know if he's paying too much attention. He'll cuddle with me on the couch though. Last night, we were watching, I think maybe the same show. Maybe we were watching Sneaky Lynx, and Kitty Cat got on the couch with me, and she was like all snuggled up, holding on to me from one side. And then Moose like looked at her and was like, okay, fine, if you're doing it, I'm gonna do it too. And then he got up on the couch on my other side, and then he snuggled up onto my left side, so I was in like a Moose and Kira sandwich. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not moving ever.
Greetings, outsider.
I've achieved my life's goal, and I will never be happier than this. This is it. We've peaked. Mouse review of the Naga 8 years ago. I did some hardware reviews of MMO hardware. I don't think I did the Naga specifically. Maybe I did. I think I might have compared the Naga to the G600. I might have compared a couple of different gaming mice. I definitely did some for the keypads at the era. And one or two microphone reviews too. Did you like Undermine? Yeah. I've got more of it to play. I've got more things to collect from it. But I really enjoyed just zipping around in the car doing world quests and doing little bits and pieces. It was a fun zone to... It was a fun patch zone for sure. Okay, I seen a lead. Pardon me. Okay. This one. Oh, see you later, kitty. Goodbye. I have some footage for a hardware, more of a streaming thing than anything, video that I recorded years ago now and haven't edited yet. And maybe one day I will. It's for some sound absorbing foam panels that I got and set up. And I was going to do like a before and after like sound test to see if these things actually have like a meaningful effect in like a standard average room setup. And I did all that. And I recorded all of it, and I just never edited it and put it together. And I've got that footage still sitting on a folder in my computer, and if I ever put it out, it's gonna be really funny because it was from right after I shaved my hair, so I'm like bald, or at least quite. It was when I had like a really short buzz cut, and it would be a bit jarring to put that out because I bet you anything if my hair goes out to this far and then maybe a bit farther, and I keep it that way for a while, there's gonna be people watching me that will have never known that I ever cut it that short, and they're gonna be like, wait, why is she? I bet you anything if I put out that video and I put it out late, even if I put a note in the description or something, there's gonna be like a bunch of people being like, wait, why did you cut your hair? Yeah, I finished all but the final Discworld books. I read them in published order, which is so it was kind of jumping around between the series, but I read them in published order. That's true. Extra algorithm, goodness. Wait till you do it again, come full circle. I think part of the reason I never finished the video is that the results were really underwhelming. I can tell a difference in the sound, but it's so minor that like it was arguably not worth any of the effort that it took to purchase or install the foam panels. It would maybe make a bigger difference in a room that was less furnished, but if the room was less furnished, the obvious answer is just furnish the room. Like, you don't need expensive foam panels. You just, put down a rug, put up some, you just need things in the room to absorb sound. The plushie shelf and having plushies around is quite good. Carpets and rugs are good. Things on the walls, just anything that kind of breaks up the big, flat, echoey, bouncy thing. It doesn't have to be professional foam if you're not like in a big recording studio. Once you have your sound to a certain level for Twitch, it's as good as it needs to be, really. Unless having like the radio voice is your thing. Whatever happened to Duck Sauce? He used to like stream from a foam pit, really. Like he got like a gymnasium ball pit and just went in. Get more pets to absorb more sound. I think that my voice sound, my mic sound sounds reasonable right now. I do still have the foam up, but it's not optimally placed anymore because I reorganized my office since then. Shadowless Nevermore, thank you for the gift subs. Appreciate it. I don't edit a lot of footage of me in which I was like, I don't know, rotating around and doing things. I often, if I'm gonna see myself, I usually see myself just like from like the front, like a standard camera angle. So in that one where I'm like turned around, like putting stuff up on the wall, I'm like, is that what my head looks like from the back? Why is my posture like that? Like, oh, enjoy the Crunchyroll thing. I saw there was some kind of a drop or something. I didn't know. I don't know much about it. It is enabled. I do have drops enabled. All right, 3 more bags to open. Nope. A gift sub incentive. Oh. Kitty happy and good spirits. She seems to be doing really well. Knock on wood. She seems to be having a lovely spring and summer so far. So happy about that. Enjoying every day we get with her. Wait till you do it again, come full circle. Oh, the hair thing, that's right. I'm kind of tempted to go pull up some of that footage to see if I really look as strange as I think I do in my head, or if I've just kind of built it up in the absence of time. Later. See you later.
May your feet find good trails.
Got light binders from Revendreth in 35 attempts. Was real scared of that 1K rarity number. Congratulations. Got Void Scar Lynx in attempt 86. Nice, Grimblade. I've done 97 attempts now. We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna keep at it. That was 3 characters for the day. I think we're getting faster. It's only 9:50 and we're already 3 in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 level 80 characters. So I've been doing, what is it, 27? 21? 27? 21. 21 attempts per day. Yeah, you gotta get me back into grade 4 math class. I've forgotten my times tables.
When the star shifts, seek shelter.
What's this character? Oh yeah, it's the Archaea Mage. That's right. And for once in my life, I love having transferable Valor Stones because it means that I'm not capped on Valor Stones in anybody anymore. If my main gets Captain Valor Stones, I can just siphon them onto some alt that can actually use them to upgrade their gear. It's awesome. If you ever release it, I'll be in the comments. Wow, shaving your head makes you look however many years it has been younger. Nice. Up to 213 for Midnight's Reigns for Mythic Kara. Oh man. May the luck be with you. I've been there. I've walked that road. Do I have a clip of mine? Yeah. Ujai beat me to it. How many attempts did I have? I feel like it's in the description of that link. It was a lot. I got unlucky with that one. For sure. 473. That must have been my worst luck. You know, Blood Vein Seeker notwithstanding. One of the rarest for a lot of people. I wonder why. I mean, I guess it would just be a drop rate thing. They wouldn't be like a big mystery. It would just be a if it's not like if it doesn't have a good drop rate, it's not going to drop. All right. I'm curious. I can't remember. I'm kind of selfish. I didn't take any photos of myself before I got into yoga. I should have done, but I didn't think about it. I didn't take any photos of myself. And I'm a little curious if I look any different. But it's hard to say because, like, I'm pretty sure I've put on some muscle tone. But I don't really have, like, a before and after to compare myself to. So I'm curious as to what I wore in that video because that definitely would have been pre-yoga. Where would it have been? It would have been in my camera imports. Yeah, the wave video. View as icons. Where's one with me in it? 1001. Sort by type. Do you feel any different? Yeah. I think so. I mean, usually I just feel sore, but I can do things that I couldn't do previously. Do you have all the older content mounts and pets? Most of them. I'm definitely missing some. I'm missing more mounts than I'm missing pets. I have most of the pets. If only you've documented 5/7 of your life in some kind of archive. Is that 5/7 figure true? That sounds like a lot. Hang on. Let me mute this. Wow, that was the outfit I went with? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I would have worn those leggings again. That was comfy. Oh, I forgot I dyed it pink. The hair's actually kind of cute. 5/7 of your week. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Extras of older pets if you need them. That's very kind of you. I like to collect my own stuff, though. I like to feel like I've, for the by and large, accomplished my own collection. Otherwise, I start to lose investment in it. But it's a very sweet thing to offer. How many pets do I have? Where are we at? 1881 unique pets. 1881. I think a lot of the ones that I'm missing are newer. The oldest one that I know for sure that I'm missing is an achievement pet. It's the little, it's for like Glory of the Tomb Raider or something. It's like some Legion raid meta that gave a pet for some reason instead of a mount. Something to that effect. At least for the relevant time frame before and after yoga. Yeah, I haven't worn an awful lot of things on stream that showed very much of my, like, body, though. Which is fine. It's intentional, but if you're trying to figure out whether or not you put on any muscle, it's not great. Micronax. Yeah, I don't have a Micronax. It might be soloable. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long time. It might need people. Need that one.
We must
Here we
prepare
go,
for
there's that one.
Belladar to shift.
21 attempts per day, huh? Maybe I do need another level 80. Tough, but it is soloable. Maybe I should work on that sometime then. That would be kind of satisfying to get collected after all these years. I should have a pet phase at some point. It would be nice to have another pet phase to like spruce up my pet collection, because it was good. It was very strong once upon a time. It could be strong again. It just needs some attention, a little love and care. Wonder if it'll be easier in Remix. That's a good question. I wonder if it would even be available in Remix. An achievement reward like that. I would give it a maybe. I would say 30% chance that they put it in Remix and 70% that it gets missed. If I had to guess. Folks did Raider Chiefs and Panda Remix. Yeah. I don't know why I feel like they wouldn't put it in. It's not based on any information, it's just a feeling. See a dietitian, that's one thing we assess every few months. Don't have much of a difference physically, but definitely put on muscle mass, reduced percentage of body fat. It's cool. So you're more dense. Have you done any swimming? Okay, this is the stupidest question I've ever asked. Have you done any more swimming have you done any swimming to find out whether or not you feel more or less buoyant? I'm so sorry. That was the first thing that came to my mind when we were talking about body composition. That is a question, right? Well, do ya float? Do ya sink? Oh, jeez. That one did not pass the mental filter before I let it out. I have not. Do a cannon. Next time you do a cannonball, report back. Oh, man. Terrible, terrible thing. Don't talk to people like that. BRB researching swimming pools. I imagine if you were to do outdoor swimming there, it would be very... I'm imagining cold things. Are there, like, local bodies of water that people swim in around where you live? Dude, it's more fun that way. I also have not been swimming since before I started exercising more. I do, but it's not great. On a scale of rock to pool noodle. I feel like you would have to make like a really large change to notice it buoyancy wise. You'd probably notice a bigger difference going from the saltwater to freshwater swimming than you would. Actually, I have no idea. I'm just making things up. Go Placidly, thank you for the 28-month resub. Appreciate it. You can find some lovely lakes if you drive out of the city, though. I love a lake. I love a good lake. Very welcome. Weapon looks cool. Thank you. It's from this stuff. I got this one. I'm pretty sure I bought it at the vendor. I like the Arathi weapons. This is a good color of them. $84, $87. Getting there. You know what? I'm proud of my arcane mage. He hasn't died recently. We haven't been fearing for our life and safety in a hot minute. Maybe I'm actually finally learning how to play it. Oh no, I jinxed it. There we go. I realized halfway into that AoE pull that I don't really remember how to AoE pull. A little bit here and there.
We are the seekers of light.
2 bags. We're gonna hit 100 attempts today. That'll be nice. That'll be a milestone.
Our airship engineers
Counts
are
for
running
something.
dangerously low on supplies. Recover what tools you can.
15, 18. You know what I remind myself of with the buzz cut and the glasses is the villain from Spice World that came out of the toilet. He was like a evil paparazzi or something, and he had very short hair, or he might have been like bald, and he had glasses, and he was really scary. And that's what I remind myself of in there. Here, hang on. I'll do this quest and then I'll see if I can find reference images. I've seen Spice World an embarrassing amount of times. I don't remember this character. He was one of the main villains. He was the photographer. He was the photographer that they sent to sneak into the house and to follow the girls around. He was diving after the boat incident. He came like through the toilet somehow. I don't know how. When they were in the mansion. Meow. Richard O'Brien, isn't it? Just googled it, came flooding back to me. I am in danger. I need to eat a cinnamon bun. Here we go. I love that movie. I would have bought a copy of it if it was something that was like widely available, but distribution rates for it are in a bit of a hell, so it's like one of the only things that I've got a downloaded copy of. Now I want a cinnamon bun. They're fun to make. They're really fun to bake. It's a great use of a bread machine is to prep yeasted dough for like a sweet bun, like a cinnamon bun. It does a great job. Hazel Pirate Games. Listen, if they wanted my money, they should have made it available to purchase. Make a great movie for a watch along. And then they had Meatloaf driving the bus. I'm rifling through my brain to come up with a thing to talk about that's not Meatloaf. We're a little hung up on Meatloaf. Guess what I played for the first time last night? Trombone. With context, it's probably a game. Did you play Baldur's Gate? Trying to think what a good guess is here. Something popular that you would like that you haven't gotten into yet. Because I feel like you might have a Baldur's Gate phase ahead of you. I wish. Okay, those were my two guesses. If it's not Trombone and it's not Baldur's Gate, I'm out. Oh, you played Valheim! Never played a survival game before. What did you think? Love Valheim. Did the Void Cat happen yesterday? Hello, Darta. Not yesterday. Could be today. We're working on it. I'm about to get my third bag to try for attempts 98 through 100 and through 100. Video game tabletop instrument roll-in stage. Cool. Once I do all my chores, playing way more of it today. Nice. I love the first, like, 25 hours of Valheim. I'm sure the late game is really fun, too. I just tend to get a bit stuck. Find the base building really janky and frustrating. You get used to it for sure, but it's definitely, I totally understand that. It's one of those things that's not as, compared to a lot of other games, not as natural. My first ever playthrough, I streamed it, and I was just losing my mind trying to figure out why they wouldn't let me rest under a little hut that I had made, because it didn't count as sheltered because the roof wasn't on right, but I was like, what do you mean? It's up there! And I just kept laying more and more roof on top. Is that your favorite survival game? I think it might be. I have a soft spot for Don't Starve as well because I got into that much earlier. I do love Don't Starve, but I've probably played more Valheim at this point in my life.
Many deals for a friend of the grumble.
Pro tip, get somebody else to make the base. Yeah, that's what Flappy does. Okay. Drum roll.
Farewell.
Nope. That was attempt number 100 was that most recent one. No dice. Or
I
cat.
have many
Zero amount of
wares.
cat in there. Oh well, what are you gonna do? We're gonna heart there. I'm gonna Google Spice World photographer character images. Yeah, okay. So one sec. So this is the guy that I'm thinking of with the glasses. I think it's because I have glasses that are like a very similar shape. When my hair was really short, that's who I reminded myself of. I have the relevant clip here. Hang on. Is it this one? Come on, a little bit. A little bit. Oh, not me showing off the command strips. This video is never going to see the light of day properly. Yeah, I see it. I think without the glasses it would have been a different vibe, but I like my glasses. That wasn't a bad length for it though. Okay, so this guy's done. He's retiring. We've got more alts. Time for bopping. Took me 99 tries to get my cat mount. Glad I'm free now. Congratulations. Debating whether between Valheim, Enshrouded, and No Man's Sky to start. I like the feel of Valheim, running around exploring, collecting, feels great. I, for some reason, got really into deer hunting in Valheim because, to quote myself, we always need deer hides. And it's so funny because like a lot of things I do in games are wish fulfillment, you know, like I'm fishing, I'm gardening, I'm camping, you know, these are things that I like to do IRL. I guess like I'm exploring, you know, these are things that are satisfying fantasies. At no moment in my real life have I ever wanted to shoot a deer. But in Valheim, I was checking the wind to stay like downwind of them or whatever. I was like slowly circling around. I was doing like the sit and wait by their path kind of thing. I was practicing with the bow and arrow to like really be able to nail them from a distance. They make a very specific sound in Valheim that just got like ingrained into my brain because I would just go out. Because you get a bunch of deer hides, you get meat that you can make into great early game food. You need a bunch of them for stuff. That was like my favorite thing to go out and do in like an early Valheim playthrough day. I'm gonna go hunt for deer. Got a 65 Jaster Diamond from the weekly. Nice. What is the longest that you've played a class and then found out that you were not using a core ability that changed your whole play style? Oh gosh. It would have been one of the classes like a DK or a Demon Hunter. Or Paladin, actually. I think I was ret palading for some time before I started using Execution Sentence. Did not really have my cooldown sorted out in a hurry. But not for years or anything. It would have been like a week. Impressed by how immersive it feels despite not being super high graphics. Yeah. It's got something special where Valheim is definitely like, when you just look at a screenshot, you're like, this is a pixely, old-fashioned looking game. I don't know why people are obsessed. But then when you've been playing for a while and you wake up early in your base and the sun is just coming up over the water and you can see like a little fish jumping up, it's like, oh, I get it. It somehow managed to kind of capture like that quiet, raw, outdoor feeling. especially in like the early biomes. The light effects are really pretty. I feel like they were very smart about which things they prioritize putting resources into, like which things humans adapt to and don't worry about after a little bit, and which things really surprise you over and over again. And the lighting effects are really nice, even when the textures are kind of iffy. And the lighting in the water really works.
Sacred flame guide your
Just
way,
wait until you get a
friend.
boat. Just wait until you start boating around. It's also like a satisfying sandbox game in that you can really kind of choose your own adventure in terms of how you want to execute a given plan. Like you can build a lot of infrastructure, or you can just kind of rough it through the wilds. I had one very memorable playthrough with Flabby where we were exploring the map, and they're different every time. So like I was convinced that there was like this source of something that we wanted to farm a lot of. We were trying to get to this later zone. We didn't have portals yet, or we didn't want to use portals, or we wanted to get materials back, right? I guess because you can't take metals through portals. But if you wanted to sail to and from this place that we were collecting materials from, you had to sail like all the way around this really huge continent, the way it was connected. But there was like a little canal that you couldn't really get a boat through. But I was so convinced that this was the secret. I was like, I'm going to make the Panama Canal. I'm going to get out here with my mining pick, and I'm going to clear the way so that we can get ships through here. And it was a whole continent that I was basically like tunneling a canal through so that we could sail to bring the boat up to pick up all of these materials. And I really should have just made a road or something instead. We spent, I think, like 2 full play sessions, probably 4 or 5 hours worth, working on this canal. And then I think we burnt out of the play session and just started playing a different game. Like, we didn't really profit much from the fruits of those labors. Finally started trying on Underpinned, first question mark. Got him down. Congratulations, Wolfcloud. What did you think of the fight? What do you think of the bomb kicking chaos? Still hear the noises the deer make. They call to me at the night time. This is just making me want to play Valheim. Perfect example of why it's a great game. The journey was what was so engaging, not just doing it for the sake of the reward. I will forever remember playing once with one of my friends, one of my WoW guildies actually. And the two of us had been sent, it was like a group playthrough, and the two of us had been sent, not Flabby, one of my other friends, to the top of a mountain. And we had to bring some stuff down, and we had a little cart. And I think we were drinking. This was a long time ago. And we were convinced that we totally had this covered. And we were maybe a little bit past the point of reasonableness. We load up the cart, and then we take off over the edge, and we just go tumbling like head over heels down the hill. And we kept getting the cart stuck, and then we kept having to dig it out, and then the wolves came. So much fun. Transported my tamed Lux via boat to my original base in the plains. And it was really fun when it decided to protect me and charged a sea serpent. The 3-star wolf. Yeah, they saw like an elite wolf running at me, and it had already killed one of my friends, and they're like, Hazel, run! And I'm like, where? Because we didn't have a base or any safe place anywhere nearby, so I just turned around and just ran away towards nothing in particular. I don't even remember I think I got away somehow. I don't remember where I ended up, but yeah, it was fun. Chaos, realizing it's a rinse and repeat fight, makes it feel way less chaotic. Going a little backwards, so I'm now 1 Zekvir and 1 Delve story away from completing my meta. Nice! That last Delve story can sometimes really hold you up, although at least when you only need 1 more, it's pretty easy just to check the Delve every day to see if it's up. If there's a game mode like that, and WoW, I'd love that. I feel like for WoW, because the maps are set, I feel like you get that kind of organic gameplay and those organic solutions a little bit more often in games like Valheim that have those generated maps, because you can't just look up the best way to... You can look up the best way to do something, but in WoW, everything is so solved. Your there is a known best way to do things, and it's just a question of whether or not you can be bothered to do it in the best way. Whereas for something like Valheim, it feels a lot more reasonable to come up with your own solutions and to improvise with your friends, because no one else is going to be working with the exact same map unless you started with like a known map seed. There can be like quirks of the environment that change things in ways that like a guide wouldn't be able to tell you about necessarily. It's true, the spooky Duskwood thing, whatever that turns out to be, that could have some moments like that. Feel that way about RuneScape. I fall into the trap, but there's always a more efficient way to do something, so I farm the thing to make me 1% better instead of just doing the thing. I feel like I enjoy WoW a lot more now. Or maybe I enjoy WoW in a different way nowadays. Because I've really made my peace with not doing things very effectively. I am very much not very concerned with the perfect way to do something. Like sometimes if I'm doing something and I hear about a much more efficient way to do it, I might be curious to check it out. But if I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I'm just going to keep on wailing away. I am much less concerned with optimizing and min-maxing than I used to be, and it makes me have more fun. Nowadays, anyways. I feel like I've relaxed a lot. I don't need to be right. I don't need to be doing it the right way. It's just nice to hang out, you know. Morgan, thank you for the 9-month resub stream, baby. Brand new. Brand new baby. 96%. Almost finished here. This is the hunter that's 652. I'm kind of hoping I get the void links this week so that I still have streams left and time left to also do chat cards on them. Although today's Saturday, which means I stream today and I stream tomorrow, and then it's days off again somehow. Would have made it through a whole week of stream. So I don't know. I need to be doing chat lists if I'm going to be getting the part-timer achievement, because you have to turn in so many of them. I am 14 of 100, and with my, what is it, like 7 80s, even if I do all 7 of them, you're still going to be doing it for weeks and weeks and weeks.
We're all down here together.
But that's not what we're working on right now. Right now, attempts 100 through 103. 102 maybe. I don't know. For Void's card links. Drum roll, please. Yeah, 103. I can't add. Nothing. No dice. My goodness. Oh well. Next character. Here, she can hearth back to. I think that'll take her to Merildar, yeah. Used to put a lot of pressure on myself for performance, and chilling out has done much good. It was a journey to get there. I am so lucky to have my guild to raid with and do keys with, because it's this really nice environment where I feel like I can tell, like I feel rewarded for my contributions when I work extra hard and I do extra good, but I also feel like I'm still welcome and contributing when I work normal hard and I do normal good. I don't feel like I'm constantly competing to earn my right to spend time with people. I feel included for just being part of the gang, and I really, really appreciate that. It's nice to have a group of people that just accepts each other unconditionally. So I'm going to be right back, and then when we get back, we've got 6 more chances. I'm doing this so much faster than I used to be. Maybe it's because it's Hallowfall. I only have 2 more 80s. I might need more 80s. BRB. Okie dokie. I've had to force myself to take it a bit more chill after stalling out at 17s. Can't expect to go up an entire key level every week now. 17s! That's so impressive. Sounds like the best situation for a guild. It's nice.
We are the seekers of light. Always be prepared.
Okay, this side of character is 631 item level. They do get their own Valor Stones at a decent pace doing this, and they're getting some crests as well. So I think like all this veteran gear they can get to some extent upgraded over time. Also, those are a big upgrade. Could just put those on. Veteran, 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 champion, veteran, 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 veteran. Yeah. Yeah, I should take her up to Dorngal at some point to use an item upgrader. Smokey Doo, thank you for the 34-month resub. Hey, hey, how's everyone this fine Saturday? I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. I have 6 more chances for the day at my Void Scarred Lynx, unless I want to try to drag baby characters through, which I don't. I think I want to do this in 80s only. And then, I think I'm gonna have some time after we can do our Undermine world quests. I can maybe work on some chat lists and some weeklies on alts for extra resonance crystals will be good. Help get some. I'm gonna need as many of those as I can get to get my collecting done for this expansion. Group wants to push for titles. 17s are just so painful. I still don't think I've timed a 13. I think we were doing 12s and 13s, and I don't know if I might have timed one 13. But we've been out of it for a few weeks. I think we're going to try getting back into it soon when people kind of get back in town. So now that I've thought about farming, only have 280s. May wait to up the chances. Plenty of people get this one by accident. I wouldn't wait. I would, it doesn't take very long to do the set of dailies. I would have at it now. Maybe you'll get lucky. You won't even need any more characters. Have horrible luck. Oh. All the recent buffs should be close. Yeah, I think so. Especially if I actually get some more upgrades done on my priest. Her gear's not fully upgraded. I had terrible luck for a while. I was getting a myth item in my vault every week, except that it kept offering me things that I couldn't wear, like terrible trinkets or items that I already had. And I would have, I guess I wouldn't fill out 3 myth slots. I would fill out 2. But I had just awful luck. I don't have very many myth items that I'm wearing on her. And the ones that I do have kind of poor secondaries, but I just took them because I was sick of not having any myth track items that I could upgrade. But we should be able to upgrade them a bit farther now. And once I get my gilded crests going again, that'll be good. Get her a little bit more item level. I think the big thing is I'm going to have to practice again. I'm going to have to get back into shape, so to speak. Are you waiting to buy Mechanica items? When you have enough that you need to buy all of them, I wanted to get the most expensive pet right away. I won't lie to you. At this point, I've forgotten what you even get with Mechanica. I know there's pets and I know there's mounts. I don't know what they are. I don't remember how much they are. I just know that my 4 Mechanica ain't cutting it. I don't know what my plan is. I don't even know if I'm close to being able to afford anything. This one's done. Perfect Visions Revisited. There's a cat called Tiddles who's friendly, but you cannot pat him. Does he have a purpose? Oh. I'm not sure. Just more recolors? Yeah. Is there some secret to getting Mechanica? Supposedly, people that have ground a lot of it say they like to do the big elite rares, like, you know, Flyboy Snooty, etc. They also say the summoned rares, Volt Strike, the Dark Fuse guy, etc. Those will have a slightly higher chance, so they do those as often as they can on different characters.
For the Empire.
That's like super annoying to do. So I've killed some of those things, but not very many of them. I think that people that have a lot of Mechanica are like very brave. Mechanica is miscellaneous Mechanica. It's a Warbound equipped item, or Warbound shared item, that drops very rarely off of like rares and treasures in Undermine, and it's a currency used for, or you use it to purchase things like mounts and pets. It's got such an aggressively low drop rate, and you need so much of it that it's kind of a meme. It's like so unreasonable to get enough to buy everything. It's unreasonable to get enough to buy anything, let alone everything. Which is a bit backwards for like just a cute cosmetic grind like that. Especially for just recolors. People that have a lot do chat lists the same way that you do this. Yeah. I think that might be next to my list of things to grind after this anyway. Cartel Paragons were the intended main source for them. I guess, yeah, maybe that'll be better, but I've opened a couple of those and I haven't gotten lucky yet. Maybe if, I'm sure they can drop them, but I don't know if they drop them often enough. I have 2. I think I could buy like a hoof. Here, I'm gonna wow head it. Wow head. Miscellaneous Mechanica. I just want to remind myself what you can buy with them. Wow, I cannot type. Miscellaneous. That's a tough word to type. Miscellaneous Mechanica. Currency for 9 items. 3 mounts. 25 Mechanica each. And then 2, 4, 6 pets. Ranging in price from 5. So there are some pets that I could almost get. Most expensive pet is the Crimson Mechasaur at 10. That must be what Haley just got. And then there's also Professor Punch, supposedly at 8, which is weird. Why would that not be 10? It's like the gorilla. You'd think it would be a counterpart to the Mechasaur. Went through switching cartels each week. Some pets that aren't from the cartel reps at least. So yeah, I don't know. If I have 4, it doesn't seem very likely that I'm going to get anywhere close to 25 for the mounts. 3 of the pets that cost 5 each are those, they're like the little colored, hang on, like these guys, these little robot looking dudes. I don't feel a strong need to get those in every color, so I think I can leave those alone. Professor Punch is another one. He does cost 8. He's kind of cute. Maybe I'd save up for him, but I'm only halfway there. And then the Crimson Mechasaur is for 10. Yeah, it's strange. And they're all recolors. Like, these are all pets and mounts also that we have the models in different colors. All collectors are made of something different. That one grind is so rude. It's just so mean. Why would they do this to us? I say as though I've been trying particularly hard. I have not been. Coming along well enough. I've noticed I'm making maybe like, I guess we'll see when I open it up. I think I collected all my resonance crystals last night, so whatever I end up with today after opening 3 of them will be about what you make. I feel like it's a couple hundred for doing a day of dailies. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you get a couple hundred when you also do the weekly. I should be trying to do the weekly quest, like the World Soul Weekly and all these alts. That would be a great source of golden resonance crystals.
Beware the shadows.
I need this to drop, so I'm not doing this all day. I feel like until the Void Lynx drops, I'm just going to be doing this all day every day on stream.
Recover what tools you can.
Man, I wonder what my number is. That's always the thing that keeps me going whenever I'm doing a random farm like this. It's like there is a predestined number of attempts that it will take me to personally get this mount. I don't know what it is, and the only way to find out what my number is to reach it. Is it between 1 and 200? I hope so. I would have preferred under 100, but that ship sailed. Is it worth doing a big AoE pack here? With Beast Cleave? How much do I get? It's like 1% per. That's probably worthwhile. Yeah. Joke for the day. This one lady is super well known for selling batteries on the pier. She sells sea cells at the seashore. Oh, goodness. Too bad there isn't a counter that could keep track of attempts. I mean, there is. That's how I know how many times I've tried. It's an add-on called Rarity. Unless you mean like a built-in one that doesn't require an add-on, which would also be, that would drive people nuts. I feel like knowing your number should be opt-in and not opt-out. Built-in, yeah. Yeah, built-in would be a mess. It's the kind of thing that's nice for people like me that are looking for it. A little crooked. A little kitty cat. Well. Been playing WoW for 12-ish years and literally just got an Ixia in 2024. Holy smokes. Were you farming it the whole time? That's crazy. I can't think of anything that I farmed, and maybe there is an example. I can't think of any mount or pet that I farmed where I gave up. Like, I started farming it, it didn't drop, and then I just moved on. Like, transmog and zone content for sure. Like, I'll just move on whenever new content comes out. Rust Feather? Yeah, actually, that is true. Rust Feather is a good point. Rust Feather and the Arachnoid Harvester mount. When new things came along, I just kind of moved on. Close to giving up on Tayshalak. Remember Necrorayax? Necrorayax took so long. That was something. I was Hazel's free range egg farm day in, day out. I made so much gold doing that though. Because I would get Necro Lord Paragon caches constantly from all the rep. Yeah, you're right. From the caverns. Zalataf. No, Karakta. I don't know why I was thinking Zella. Karakta. I didn't get Karakta's meant either.
Keep an eye on the Dawn Tower.
I haven't given up though. I'm just waiting for my moment. Yeah, we'll open them in Merildar this time. Do you think you would have moved on for any of the others if you didn't have a stream? Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I would have started farming them without a stream. I feel like it's fun to do this kind of thing on stream and share it with people. I don't think I would be still invested if I wasn't streaming, though. I don't think I would be still collecting this much. I probably would just be doing keys and raid. It's fun to do on stream, though. 2, 3. No, that was attempt number 106. No dice. Couple of things we can put in. I think I'm gonna vendor the gun. I have 3 hunters leveled already. They've all got weapons. We don't really need the gun.
Style wine, mushroom brew,
We can vendor that.
your poison.
There's just so much, so many items and not enough room in the war bank. Not enough room at all. I'm gonna sell a couple of these extra trinkets. Make some room for some armor pieces.
Welcome, outsider. Pull up a chair. Wait out curfew.
Wait out curfew. Oh, that makes sense.
May
Would
the
wish you
light
luck, Hazel, but you really don't want mine. I appreciate the thought. Correct is the rarest mount that I have, which I did not foresee. Do you think all the collectibles Hazel's put in the background have a support group? They just meet every Thursday to talk about how they thought they were going to get their moment in the sun and they didn't. Do you still enjoy doing keys on stream? Something you prefer to keep for off time? I don't mind doing keys on stream, but given the choice, I prefer to do them off stream. I focus a lot better without stream on. And then also, I feel bad from doing keys on stream because I'm not talking to chat the whole time. I don't mind doing it once in a while, especially because I know it's a bit of variety in the content. But, yeah. Although I will say, if I've completely run out of things to say, if I'm having one of those days where my brain is just not supplying any additional thoughts, keys are great because I don't have to have any thoughts. I can just heal a key and go, look, I did something. passes 40 minutes by, but I don't usually show up to stream with the intent to just pass time. I like something like this Void Cat mount grind, where there's like there's a clear kind of storyline over that you can follow over a couple of days, where you can be like, oh man, Hazel was farming that thing on like Tuesday. I came back on Saturday, she's still farming it. I wonder if it's about to drop. It's like a slot machine that hasn't paid out in a while, you know. They had something for the Mage Tower and Remix. Are we getting another S-Priest challenge stream? Twice was enough. Twice was enough, man. I feel like I needed to grind for 10 hours to just get good enough at that fight specifically to be able to do it, which is a skill set that I will never need again. It's like learning to play the trombone for one show and then never playing the trombone again ever in your life. It's like, well, I learned something, but for what? Down the hill. I need to remember to go down the hill where those big guys are. There's one. Oh yeah, I can check to see how many resonance crystals I got on my hunter. Okay, so 165 is about the amount of resonance crystals you get for just doing the 3 dailies. That makes sense because it's like 55 per. I feel like trombone would be easier. It's that bad. I could probably learn how to do a passable set of scales on a trombone in less amount of time that it would take me to relearn how to do the Shadow Priest Mage Tower challenge and execute it. You could maybe even get me through some like grade 1 or 2 level exercises. And I must stress, I don't know how to play the trombone. I know how to play the trumpet, so I'm familiar with like the basic mechanics of using a brass instrument mouthpiece. But slide positions would be completely brand new to me. And I still think trombone would be easier. There's one. We're going to be done this so early today. It doesn't take as long as I thought.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend.
The other thing I want to do today is undermine world quests and then work on chat lists and also like World Soul Weekly, I think, on as many else as I can get through. That would be nice. That would be great for gold and it would be great for resonance crystals, and I'm hard up for resonance crystals. I need so many of them. There's plenty of rewards that I've unlocked on rep vendors that I just haven't purchased because I don't feel like I can budget the resonance crystals because I want to be able to get mounts at least as soon as I've unlocked them. ATT random when you're done? I got undermine stuff I really want to do. Useless trivia. Played trombone in high school. I feel like I'm hung up on trombones today because I have a dog of the day calendar and I recently caught up on like a week's worth of days, and one of the photos was a dog kind of looking over the shoulder and giving a side eye in front of 2 children playing the trombone. It was a funny picture and it just made me think of trombones. It's an apt analogy for people who just learn the fight on one spec they don't normally play just for the appearance. Man, I made it through the Survival Hunter Mage Tower. I couldn't tell you what Survival Hunters do now. My old boss held a gathering last weekend with musicians. It was amazing. And now I keep thinking about how awesome it would be to know how to play the fiddle. Not musically talented at all. I mean, I don't think you're musically untalented. You might be musically inexperienced. I saw a little live music recently and it made me miss playing. There's something really fun about being in a group of musicians making something happen together that's like a very core human experience-y kind of thing. Maybe you could explore that again. Maybe. Get some new neighbors and stalk them to find out when the most amount of them are away from their homes. And then whip out the old trumpet and start making noise again. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk. It's basically what practicing's like. It's reminiscent of having a captive goose that doesn't want to be there. Would you consider playing with a group again? Oh, I'd love to. Especially if I was comfortable practicing and making noise in my own home, I would love to have like a weekly community band gig. I don't need to be first chair. I don't need to be the diva anymore. I just want to be there bumping out the background notes. Hang out with just a variety of local X-band geeks like myself. That would be great. One day. I'd pay my dues. If I really, really wanted it, I could make it happen now, but I'm still stuck in this. I'm going to move and I don't want to make any more connections that I've already made. I'm already making it hard for myself to move. I feel so weird going to my yoga studio knowing that I'm like house hunting out of town. It feels like going on dates with somebody that you've already decided to break up with. Which is a terrible thing to do. I did not see a survey. Trying to figure out pricing for tie-ins and pre-made decoration. There is a conservatory of music. I actually took a summer course there as a teenager. It's kind of surrounded by... It's not in a great area of town. It's got a bit of an encampment on several sides of it. It's not really a place that you're just going to go casually if you don't have a good reason to be there. Great, once you get settled. Old boss's husband is 60 and they do it just for fun. Says it keeps him young. Well, I played in community orgs like that when I was a teenager, and I still thought I was going to be a professional trumpet player for life. And it was a lot of fun. It definitely was a lot of fun. At the time, I didn't understand why all of these adults would take time out of their workplaces and lives to do it, but now that I'm an adult, I get it. It's nice to have group activities that you do socially, just for fun. You don't even have to like everybody. It's just nice to be around people. I hate those dailies so much. These are the last 3 that I can do today before I'm out of 80s. This is my final level 80 character. This was apparently the thing that finally made me get some gear on all of them. It's nice how you can pretty much boost any character up to 4 set and 630 pretty much immediately if you have this veteran warband gear in your bank. I felt guilt for so many years after I stopped playing the trumpet about having stopped playing the trumpet. Like, I would feel itchy in my lips where your embouchure was because I knew I was losing the muscle tone from having played all the time. And I felt so guilty about letting it go after all of the work that I put in and all of the, you know, classes and lessons and tutoring and all this that I took. I felt so bad about leaving it behind for so many years. I can feel it now that I'm talking about it in my top lip. I feel like that also would make it hard to get back into it because it would remind you of everything that you let go of the last time to pick it up again and go back to it. I need to get my trumpet a spa day. I'm sure it's tarnished and I know it's got a ding in it that needs taking out. Get it serviced. One day. My last daily. That didn't take any time at all. I thought it was going to take me 3 hours and it took me 1 hour 46. We got all 6 or 7 characters done with their trio of dailies.
In hardship, kindness. It
really does slow you down when you're stopping to do the event at the top of the hour. That takes like a big amount of time. Stop making any effort after I finish college and it is hard to restart. There's a lot of feelings built up around it. Okie dokie. 3 attempts. Drum roll. Nope, not today. Maybe tomorrow. We can do another 21 chances tomorrow. Oh well. That's alright. That was attempt number 109 is where we're going to be starting off at tomorrow. But I've got an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to do some reputation grinding and undermine. That'll be good for collecting too. Should get some more characters to 80 so I have more stuff to throw at this kind of thing. Alright, I'm going to do my dailies on probably not her because she's done her weekly already and she's done her checklist already. So I should pick up a new character that hasn't done those things and do them. And that'll be good. Oh, stop making any art after I finished college. It's hard to walk away from stuff that you've invested a lot of time in, even if you know that it's kind of served its role in your life and it's okay to be done. And you can't realistically keep doing everything that you ever started, otherwise you would never have any extra time or space to start new things. It's hard to close doors, or to feel like they're closing on you. Okay, so we want to go up to Dornegal. And for that, I typically like to fly down to Ajkahet and then take the portal, actually. It brings me a shameful amount of joy that he just doesn't wear a shirt. He doesn't need any sun protection. We're underground. Do you think that Belladar gives off UV radiation? Do people tan down here? Has that been addressed in the storyline? In many cases becomes a piece of your identity. It's tough when you're young and you're trying to figure out who you are and you don't really have a whole lot to go on yet. And then it's tough when you're older to figure out who you are and you have all this to go on and you have to decide whether or not it's actually important or if it's just something you're holding on to for the sake of it. We are heading this way. Sounds like a question the next time you talk to your good friend Ian about discovering your self-identity or about whether or not people sunburn in Hallowfall. Do we know lore-wise how long people have been down there for? Is it generations or is it just like a 10 or 20 years kind of thing? Alright, I want to pick up, if I haven't gotten it already, weekly quest. And then I want to go to Undermine, get those weekly quests, and most importantly, a chat list, and also do dailies. So that's just the dungeon weekly. Titan disc fragments, that's good, we need that. What do you want, dungeon? Yeah. This is the World Soul one, I think. So if I'm going to Undermine anyway, that's probably the best thing to do. Yes, because we're going to do Undermine World quests. Perfect, okay. These will be excellent for our raw gold collection.
I have many lucky
I'm just
boots
gonna figure
for you,
these. We'll get
like.
more of them when I'm ready one day. I have an extra gun? I do.
Good fortune to our friends.
10 to 20 years, and the NPC that only has one arm stowed away when they got teleported down to Hallowfall from Arathi. Yeah, and she can't be that old. Alright, so I'm here for a few different things. There's an elite over here that I want to participate in. For chances at Miscellaneous Mechanica and for Titan Fragments. Probably should have picked up my chat list first. That should always be your first stop. Whoopsies. Well, you get 10 fragments. That's nice. 15 years from the lore. Gotcha. Okay. Anyone at the point where they're earning Paragon for a cartel? Does it take 1 full week of dailies, weeklies, or more than that to earn a cash? Definitely not me yet. Okay, so we're gonna pick up weeklies and a chat list. Oh, I have weeklies. And I'm associated with the cartel already. He didn't do his weeklies yet this week, did he? He must have them from last week. So, get a new list. 3 things. Undermine. Oh yeah, he's partly done. So I need 1 more scrap job and then the scrap one will be finished. Which is nice to do just for resonance crystals. Surge pricing, I think I'm out of luck on. I don't think that's coming back until like 11:30 earliest. Yeah, surge pricing happens every hour on the half hour, it looks like. Kind of thought it used to be more often than that, but I suppose not. Can do junk wall.
My timeshare business could use a little publicity.
And we definitely need to do all of the world quests, because that'll be great reputation.
I mean, customers.
Search pricing is so boring. I don't mind doing it. I kind of like doing jobs, and I like that search pricing in the weekly gives me an incentive to kind of just do 1 batch of 10 and then be kind of good for the week on that character. But waiting for search pricing to be up is really annoying, because I'm never thinking about it. DeSoto Gaming, thank you very much for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it. Okay. Good. Another 10 Titan Disc Fragments. So, I should be keeping an eye on which things I'm planning to do for chat list. What are easy things? 3 rares, for sure. Rares, scrap, shipping, probably. Whenever I can do rares, scrap, and shipping, that's usually a good sign. 25 treasures is too many. It's just way too many. I also like doing the collecting cans that you get when you're driving around. Those are always good. But it's not always, you're not always going to get the same objectives. Okay, world quest time. The other nice thing about doing all the world quests is that you get gold sometimes. Garbage day is easy. Find a big one. Open it 25 times without looting it. Oh, you can do that?
You've been doing some good
That seems
work.
really cheesy.
So go enjoy a few holes
I
on
might give it a go. I figured out the trick to these. The thing that I was doing wrong before. Like, I knew the mechanics, but I used to try to get it as close as possible to the hole because I was foolishly thinking that this was like golf. And when remembering that you can drive it and that you have quite a bit of time on your timer before it expires, you actually, it's much easier if I aim a little bit back from the hole to give me more room to line it up correctly so that if I'm a little bit off alignment, I have time to steer, is the trick. So instead of sticking it there like I used to, just getting it just barely on the green. Oh, no, not even close enough. I just proved my own point. Barely on the green. And then giving yourself room to drive. So maybe if we go like here. When we can, and then we have time to turn it. Yeah, there you go. Cheesy or trashy? Trashy cheese. I saw a rare up there. I need those for reasons. Yeah. I need this for my chat list. He still has the Blackwater Pirate. Oh, it's not always a skeleton this time. I could have sworn for ages it was like constantly a skeleton, but I got an ogre. He's got tattoos! Look at his tattoos! I've never seen that before on an ogre. That's so cool. I'm obsessed. What are his tattoos of? Oh, he's gone. Oh. Those are cool. So, back. Sick and tired of these NPCs looking cooler than our characters. What if they're the same ones that you remember the, it was like a trading post sort of Viking set that you could get. It had a tattoo shirt attached to it. I think I got it eventually. Maybe it's those tattoos. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're different. Playable ogres. You saw it here first. That's true. We could pause it later and look at it.
Wait, what?
There's that
You
world
beat my
quest
high
done.
score? That
We do
ain't
one more
what
scrap
you
job. That'll be
do,
nice to kind of
man.
wrap it up. Oh, we might need to do more than one scrap job if we want to dig enough cans for it to count for the chet list. I think these days I'm just doing scrap for weeklies and for the list. I think I have everything collected from it that comes from it directly.
Steam Weedle's making delicious flavors over there. See what you can salvage to perk up our grog's taste.
There we go. Nothing like these ones.
Whoa, that is a big one.
Oh, garbage is up. Although I think I want to keep digging. I'll tag it, but I want to keep digging for as many seconds as I can here. You can trade those cans for something, and I forget what.
Pack it up. We're done scrapping this one.
That you get the boxes, and I forget what the boxes have in them. They might have, like, resonance crystals or something. Anyway. So world quest it is. Citrus acid. I don't think I've done this one yet. Citrus acid from what? Just murdering chefs? Yes. If you want your restaurant to be successful, you know what to do. Forgot about these. I don't think this is doing me any good. I forget what you get in these. I know you get something for doing all of them. Oh, it was a pet. That's right. I have that already. Okay, citrus acid. Kill all the competition and boom, you win. He's so slow. How's my reputation doing anyway? We are working on Blackwater. We're honored. Here, I'll track it as an experience bar. We can watch it go up as we do world quests. Some of them will give rep directly. This one's got a direct rep reward. Should be kind of good. I'd love to have all of the cartels done. Am I getting market research? A little tiny bit. my dark fuse cartel. This is a little embarrassing. I think we're at honored. And this will be great because I'm doing the world quest for the rep, but I'm also getting his world soul done. If I really wanted to be picky, I could take multiple characters and just do 6 world quests in each of them, so I could do multiple world souls and get all the world quests done. But I'm probably just going to do them on one character just to make sure that I've definitely done them. Must have done this. Dark Fuse is really a patience grind. I did not get the Void Cat. I'm gonna have to try again tomorrow. I'll have another 21 attempts to do tomorrow. I did all 7 of my characters.
Save time for new mixes, huh?
No luck today. We're 103 or so attempts deep. Litter nibblers. Every cartel gets this world quest.
Undermine has no business looking like this. Clear out these trash rats and their litterlings.
Oh, he's got like 19 market research. I do really like that you can transfer those things. It's incredible how quickly I got used to being able to share things account-wide. across all my alts. Love Nanny Tallulah. I'm her favorite driver. You're her favorite driver? She told me that I was her favorite driver. Oh. I'm her Honey Bunches, Sugar Plum, Angel Face. I love it because she really commits to the pet name. She's not embarrassed about it. She's really shouting them out.
Finally.
Good, good.
Maybe now we can keep this place clean.
I'm her favorite though. So race up here.
Dim lighting and
Absolutely no airflow.
Perfect day for a race.
Well, well, well.
What is his Valor Stones doing? He's almost Captain Valor Stones. He's gonna need to spend some on himself. How are we all feeling about the car and driving the car now that we've had like a month or two to get used to it and to kind of practice with it? It really grew on me. I was a huge chaotic mess with it at first, and I'm still not amazing, but I was able to find like a nice combination of car parts, I guess, that makes it feel drivable for me in a way that I'm not losing control of it as long as I'm paying attention. And then the key thing for me is staying on the roads. I get in big trouble whenever I try to go off-roading. But as long as I just like go past whatever turn it is and then take the actual road turn, I'm fine. Kind of meh. Love it. Hate the car. Love it. Got used to it. Still not fond of it getting stuck in spots, but it is what it is. Not a fan. Never going to be a racer, but I enjoy driving it around. Seems split kind of like 50-50. Like it more now that I golded all the races. We got our scrap done. We did our rivals. So if we do a batch of 10 shipping deliveries, which we'll want to do anyways for the weekly maybe? Although it's not going to be for another 25 minutes. That would help.
Red hot savings here.
That'll be good. What else could we do? I don't want to fish. The fishing one seems terrible. 50 fish. Those two are delves, and then that one is the 25 cans. Maybe I'll try to find a can and just like not fully loot, like loot it but not loot it kind of thing. It's hard because you don't see any progress. So you can't tell if it's working or not.
Hey you! We got a mech that's out of control here. Could use a few hands to shut it down. You in?
Let's do timeshare posters.
My timeshare business could use a little publicity. Slap up some posters in Pleasant Heights so I can find some new marks. I mean,
Find some new marks. Not a very nice way to talk about your customers. The car would have been more fun in an area with less clutter. I'd rather go at a medium place in a straight line than do a big circle fast. But what if the big circle fast gets you to where you're going faster? I want to fight that rare. Sometimes when I don't know what else to do for a time in WoW, I just do jobs for a bit until I'm inspired otherwise. It was fun doing batches of them here and there to farm for the things that can drop from them. And I think I still need like one more thing. There's like a... what is it going to be? Event completion for shipping and handling. Yeah, there's a coat that can drop from shipping and handling that I don't have. I guess a recolor of the long coat. I have a really hard time seeing the poster. Like, there's one right there, but they're, and I can see them marked with the circles on my map, but they're tough to actually see location-wise. I guess what I should do is I should just maybe use my mouse to find them like that, yeah. But yeah, I didn't spend as long shipping and handling as I thought I was going to. I kind of figured it would be a bit more of a thing to do every day. Although I think I would get bored of it. There's only so many jobs. I don't think I want there to be more, because it's nice being able to kind of learn them and know what to expect when you arrive at a given location, but it's a bit played out. I think I've kind of done what I wanted to do from them.
How you doing, pal?
How you doing? Three more posters. Are any of them going to be indoors? Kind of hard to say. There's one around here somewhere. Must be indoors. It's not, though. What about over here? There's one. Wish the alert cat emote was peeking out from a box. My kitty's not a huge box kitty. She's definitely been in a box before, but she's not super into it like some of them are. Oh, hang on. I'm supposed to not loot it. Just open it and not loot it. I wonder if you have to do it with a big one. Oh, I looted it. Oops. Yeah, I guess if all of these things are from shipping and handling, then I definitely need a lot still. I guess I wasn't thinking about the laundered and upcycled and power wash stuff. It's like a recolor of the Undermine set.
Yeah?
Have you seen how the cat's sleeping? She's like plunked face down. She is breathing. She's just having a nap. I think she does that. It's not that bright in this room. It looks bright on camera, but that's just the lens or the camera compensating for my dim gremlin-like surroundings. But she does like to shut out the light sometimes. Needs a little kitty cat sleep mask.
Blackwater short-term vacation rentals. And it's all thanks to you, pal.
Do Moose and Kira curl up together? Not willingly. They do sometimes begrudgingly end up sharing the bed, but they're usually, or the couch, but they'll be like on opposite ends of it, and they'll be trying very hard not to touch each other. Alright, so we can do the special assignment one now.
Their best to try and make trouble for us.
Another shiny trash can
How
up there.
many of their best you think adds up to one of you?
Not 25 yet. I wonder if this only works with the big ones. It would be funny if I was just getting credit for looting one of them. Yesterday on stream, Moose and Kira were sort of in the same bed for a little bit. She had gotten there first and I was trying to have him take the other side of it, and he was feeling a little uneasy about the whole business. Alright, who's our Blackwater pirate this time? Oh, it's the ogre again. He does have cool tattoos. Oh, he's got ships! I see ocean, I see a compass. I see like some fish scales maybe. That's sick. Uh-oh. I did not join a group, and I perhaps should have done. Oh, junk walls. That's part of my problem. I don't need junk wall at all. I'm leaving. I've killed junk wall already. Okay, we're getting into a group for this. He's still got my trinket dot on him. These guys are not too bad. You can sell these at 650. Is this a decent amount of rep? I know you get a cash for it. Now we're cooking. Here's one. Hi. This will get my world soul done. And then one more. Here's a guy. I used to do delves every week on all my 80s too, but that was back when I had like 3 80s tops.
You know, you're
It's
very
a
efficient.
little more
It's,
intimidating to keep up with when you have more of
kinda
them.
scary, actually.
Oh, 1K from that cash. That's kind of nice. Delves got tedious. Just noticed what you were talking about with Kira in the bed. Plunk. Face down. I could do the Godfather. There is a world quest there. Yeah, we need to do that one. Any other rares that we can do are good for Titan disc fragments. Just like me after a long day. I have a really cute picture of her doing that on the arm of the couch. Like, she's let both of her arms dangle off the sides of it, and she's just plunked her face down into where she's laying on, and it's very cute. It's a very Mondays kind of a picture. All right, so World Soul's done.
Tourism's taking a big hit
We're
with all this
15
violence.
minutes away from. I guess I could just do shipping
The
without
celebs
needing
having a good
it to
time.
be
Show
surge
the cool
pricing.
side of Undermine,
I would be
right?
missing out on basically a hash and 200 resonance crystals for skipping the surge weekly, but I would still get my chet list and the urge to surge done, which is its own box. So we don't need to wait around for it. We could just do it now. Should be, yeah. Yeah, it'll be up in 14 minutes. It spawns every hour and a half hour. 2 more world quests? Oh no, we need to do pictures. How's our rep coming along, actually? 5,100 into Honored with Blackwater is what I'm doing right now. Oh, so they want me to take pictures of celebs. My goodness. Who? This guy? No. These guys? Urge to Surge is dependent on surge pricing, but many jobs handle it as not. And I don't actually need to do Urge to Surge for anything other than 200 resonance crystals. I was mainly just wanting to like multitask all of them, but I'm starting to realize that I don't need to multitask it for that good of a reason. I could just do it now. Because I want to get chet lists and weeklies done in as many characters as I can in the time that I've got, so maybe waiting around's not my best move. I've got plenty else to get through. I also want to run some upgrades on this guy. I feel like he could boost some of his gear. He might have the crest for it by now. I've been feeling that unless you read up and research everything with WoW, you don't know what you should know. Your cat looks just like mine. I bet you have a very cute cat. I love tabbies. I love all of the kitties, don't get me wrong. But she's the best one. Because that's going to give him some rep, and that's going to give him some rep. Not much, but... I love that you can just click on any of the world quest indicators and it'll mark it on your map to give you a little direction arrow. That's nice. This one I think has like a ladder that you can click to get upstairs, or do you have to run up the stairs? Might have to run. Stepped away. Did we get a Lynx? You did not. We did not. We're 100 and something attempts deep. We ran out of level 80s, so I'm in Undermine working on other weeklies and stuff. There's always tomorrow. We got one more stream for the week to give it another 21 attempts. Oh dear is right. It's okay. The cat's just making sure that we really wanted to drop. Wasn't ready for us yet. I'm pleasantly surprised at how many alts that I can get through in a stream. Need one or two more. I like my collection of 80s. I have, what is it, 7 80s and 3 of them are hunters. All BM hunters. Oopsies, oopsies, oopsies. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, we're back on track. Everything's cool. I could level another 80, that's true. It can drop for sub 80s, but it's really... The quests and the quest areas don't scale very well for sub 80s, so they're much slower to do if you're on a leveling character. I'd rather get a character leveled first before flinging them at that grind. 1980s for me so far, 4 of a month. Do you think everybody has like one class that they like making ults of more than everything else, or do you think some people are normal and they just make one of each class and then those are their ults? No dupes. For the ultaholics, I think there is indeed a preferred one. Hard time not making DKs, and they aren't even my main. You gotta get the different race class combos. Guild made of mine is like 13 priests. Yeah, I have the most hunters, but I definitely have a collection of priests. Every race is just cooler as a DK. Lots of mages. Do have a lot of others. More rogues, but that's just because of stealth and familiarity. For me, it was druids until I enforced the one character per class per faction rule. One character per class per faction. That's still a decent amount of characters.
Now they know no contraband smuggling's allowed.
Yeah, 300 rep that. It's worth doing the dailies if you're working on these things for sure. Okay, I want to finish this checklist for my 1% of my part-timer achievement. So even though surge pricing starts in 8 minutes, I think I'm gonna start his batch of jobs now.
That job's just your style. Burn rubber, honey.
See how fast we can do these. Roughly equal of every class. Number is not 1 or 2. Probably more dupes in the remix. Maybe a bunch of mages.
Hey, you! We got a mech that's out of control here.
Yeah, I get that. Those are super convenient to have extras of. My extra mage...
I'm on it.
Oh, singular. My mages came in really handy, actually, during... Oh, I missed. Children's Week. Doing the Children's Week quest was so much easier with, like, basically spammable portals back to town. Oh. Shouldn't have talked such a big game about how much I like the car. I've jinxed myself. Started making more mages for teleports, but then I realized how nice wormholes can be. What if all the alts are Dark Iron Dwarves and they can just do, mole machines? I'm gonna take off a layer and have a bit of water. I'm feeling a bit strange. Dark Iron, very handy. I think that part of the joy for me with alts is just making lots of different, races, you know, like getting to try out all the different aesthetics.
You make sure I got my cutting tip.
Don't like Dark Iron enough for that many, right? I want like one Dark Iron. I think Krabby's my designated Dark Iron. I don't think I really want more than that. Also, poor Krabby does not have mole machine locations. You have to unlock most of them. And I have not necessarily done that. Where is this package? There it is. Alright, see how fast we can get there.
Great work, Toots. I hope your cut's enough to pay all of your traffic tickets.
Imagine if you got traffic tickets. This zone would become not fun in a hurry. Just can't stop making Volpera. Yeah, any dwarf is good for the Siren Isle Mog. I'm trying to think if I have a regular dwarf. I think that paladin that I made during Panda Remix, I've got like a female dwarf paladin. Pretty sure she's just a normal dwarf.
What
a Drac Deer maid.
I'm moving you to the top of my Rolodex.
Found like 80 pieces of 480 gear from the War Within pre-launch event. Is it good for anything now, or just oh, hotel right over here. Just for vendoring. Leveling alts, gotcha. Third spot's polished. Oh yeah.
Honey, sweetie, baby, sugar plum angel face. Thanks for completing that job. My pocketbook thanks you too.
That was nice and fast.
Dollface, honey bunches. You're my
She'd barely finished her voice line.
Just don't tell the rest of them I said that, okay? You do the work, I don't break a nail. That's a win-win for me.
I skipped playing this expansion, and I'm excited for Midnight. I want a big ol' house. Do you guys have like a specific fantasy of something that you really want to do with your house, or like a room you really want to make that you know ahead of time? Because I think I'm just winging it. I think I might want like water features if possible. Ponds, aquariums, indoor waterfalls, that kind of thing. Outdoor waterfalls. Winging it. Winging it. Nice. My house will be goth af for my undead maid. Big library reading place. Ooh, that's nice. I would love to be able to go catch fish and have them in my
Now
home.
get back to work.
That's one of the things I really like about Animal Crossing is any fish that you can catch, you can place as decoration. And some of them will get different types of tank depending on what they are. And some of the tanks will have lights, or like the goldfish are in like these display bowls. A hammock nook with lots of indoor plants would be cool. My house will be a trophy room of all of my achievements that give furniture. Yeah, I would love to be able to display different, like, fish for sure, and then herbs would be another one. Like, there's lots of beautiful herb models they've done over the years, and it would be neat for you to be able, maybe herbalists being able to collect or create an item that lets you, like, put a bouquet of them or, like, a planter of them or something. Get some river bud going. Anchor weeds. You know, peace blooms, classic. Another Final Fantasy 14 thing to be able to grow a garden. Yeah, as long as it's not, and I know they won't do this again, but I like the idea of gardening. I want it cosmetic only, though. I do not want the Garrison Herb Garden all over again. Great hall in the middle with thematic rooms for specific alts, since we get one house per faction. Night elfy, but also magical and whimsical. Okay, he should be now finished with his checklist. Can turn that in. His Valor Stones are capped. So what I'm actually going to do before I turn in anything else is pop back to Dornegal and see if I can run any upgrades. Surge pricing is about to start, but what are you going to do? I'd love a greenhouse. Do you think they'll let me have a greenhouse?
Honored to
Any
meet
upgrades?
you.
Getting some appearances from just getting stuff to Champion 5. I didn't realize his item level's at a point where he doesn't really have a whole lot of crests to spend. I think I'm gonna... I can turn in my chat list, I'll be fine, but I can probably siphon some more Valor Stones off of Vanthus to my lower level characters. I like a greenhouse too. I think I just want a greenhouse in real life.
You got a job to do.
I like the way greenhouses smell. Especially when they've got like tomatoes or grapes in there. If I do one and I linger in the zone, I wonder if if I'll get at least a little baby tip chest. This bar must work the same way that the other one does. The Nightfall one that I only just figured out like 2 days ago.
More satisfied customers and a happy Nanny Tallulah, too.
Happy Nanny Tallulah. Maybe a pond. Love me a koi pond. I love visiting koi ponds. I don't think it's worth my life to try to have one of my own. Unless I'm wealthy on a big property one day. Which doesn't sound like me. But I wonder where the nearest one is, actually. Boucher Gardens has, I think, a little koi area, maybe. Maybe not. There is definitely a little Japanese garden section. The Chinese gardens in Portland were amazing. And the Japanese gardens. They had both. Chetlist 500 extra rep. Is it 500? It might be. I've been turning them into Chet directly for progress on my part-timer achievement. Vancouver Botanical. Ooh, I should do that next time I'm in Vancouver. If I ever plan a trip there to actually see things.
You did the job, and you didn't yes.
I just want the one chest so that the weekly's done. But the little baby one seems to come pretty quickly. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Clock it up. Lovely. Alright.
Best deals in town.
Tip chest. So 100 gold, 1,000 gold. And then turn this in for another 250 Valor Stones plus 1% of my part-timer achievement. We can turn in the World Soul in Dornegal. I really want more Titan Disc Fragments. If I do 4 rares, you get 10 per rare. Because that's a great one to turn in. Sometimes you get lucky, that gives you 16k gold. Oh, this guy sucks to try to solo, though. And it's often you'll end up soloing it because there's not a lot of other people around.
I have many lucky doos you like. May your feet find good trails.
Well, have at it. His trinkets aren't very good. Poor guy's got a Rat Fang Toxin and a Noggin Fogger Ultimate Deluxe, and it's not the best thing that's ever happened to him. I'm doing less damage as time goes on because I keep using all my holy power to heal myself instead of doing damage. But I can't kill him if I die. This is like the hardest I've paladined in some time. Oh, thank goodness someone's here. Okay. Oh, that was 10 Titan fragments. Well earned. That's how it is in a valley. Any other rares around? Any easy ones? The little guys, maybe? I wonder if I'll get any Titan fragments in my World Soul chest. Oh, we can do Slugger. Oh, I thought I was going to clear it. I thought I was going to be able to jump off of that and make it onto the ledge on the other side. That would have been so cool. Slugger is another one of the painful ones, so I'm not going to pull him with a pack of other stuff. I wonder if this guy's going to kill me. I feel like I usually think he's not going to do it, and then sometimes he does. Sometimes he absolutely does. He's a bit closer to the hotel, so you're more likely to get people to just drop by, I think. Oh, he hurts bad, though. Especially when you just used all your cooldowns. Oh, I ran out of mana. I'm like, why won't they let me? Why won't they let me heal myself? I have the holy power. Not the problem. Thought I'd be able to sell with the elites, but I can't. I can do better with my mage. Yeah. I needed all my cooldowns to get through the first guy, and then I did not have Slugger. He hurts. I think at this point I'm not making great use of my time. I guess if someone else is fighting, then we can help. Especially if it's somebody with gear. I was kind of hoping I would see a Mechanica drop from this kind of thing, but nope. Just lots of parts for those engines. I just vendor those now. This is item level 651. He did quite well. He did like that one normal raid clear, and then he did delves for a few weeks, and that got him into largely champion with a bunch of hero track pieces. It was pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna take him back to Dornigal, see if we turn in World Soul. I really do want to finish the Titan Disc Fragment thing, but we can probably do it a lot easier by finding rares in like the original zones. I'm just convinced it's gonna give me buckets of gold. I need it. I'm gonna buy WoW tokens and save them up for buying Midnight with.
We are a light in the darkness. All the peoples of Khazal
Cash.
are coming
1600.
together more than ever
Not bad.
because of you.
No Titan Disc Fragments though, if I want to get those done. Which I kinda do. At least we got our Blackwater rep as well. So that's done for the week. I actually managed to get on top of it. Didn't forget. Like I've forgotten the last couple of weeks to do the second half of the week's world quests. Alright, I'm looking for rares. Don't know where they are, to be honest. But maybe we'll trip on some.
Our miners had to
be
leave their
other
tools
sources than
behind
just
when the
rares.
Nerubians
Rares and...
attacked. Please retrieve them.
What do they say? Dungeons, delves, and dangerous creatures. So you could do a delve as well. It would probably be faster for him to find a delve than to hunt down 2 rares. I bet he can do an 8 delve in like 10 minutes or less. This one's bountiful. He's certainly got keys. Plus I need to work on my delves anyway. It'll be a little bit of good experience for Bran. I don't think I've done one since they buffed his experience even. So we'll do this on an 8. Make it a bit faster. No wave scramblers. My Bran is set to heal me, which I think is fine. We've got rocket gear and bouncing grenades. My Bran is level 73. I'll get his food buff and then maybe one of my own. They're cheap. Pallies don't need heals. I do. The way I like to play. I like to have him heal. It makes me feel better. Pretty good. Mine just hit 60. Nice. Yeah, I heard that they buffed the amount of XP he gets even more, so I'm hoping for good things here. Explorers League challenges completed. Oh, this one. Okay. Plus underpin packs would be nice. This was the first one I ever did on my Paladin, and I remember it was hard.
I'll fix what's got you down.
It was really hard because of the spores and trying to like channel on things with spores after you, and tough one for melee for sure. I love having a melee interrupt. It's so satisfying when you've lived your life without one. You don't understand how nice it is to be able to just kick something on such a short cooldown when you've lived your life without interrupts. Sinistrel, thank you for the 3-month resub. Here's another underpin pack. I want... Actually, there's 2 of them. This is basically the rest of the underpin packs. Alright, well-connected friend is dead. Guessing you got the cat. You would be guessing incorrectly. I just ran out of 80s to do dailies on. And I didn't want to try to drag my 70s through it. It's a tragic state of feline affairs. We'll try again tomorrow. I am now on Anthus. Your favorite. I'm working on getting my weeklies done for just gold and resonance crystals, and also to do chat list, but I did my chat list on him, so he's set there. I got the rest of my Undermine weeklies finished, which I was quite happy with. Curious as to how long the delves takes me overall. My excuse for not doing very many of these lately is that I'm just like too... Oh yeah, the fishing one. They take too long, but I don't think they take as long as I think they do.
Take a wee rest.
Yes, sanity unlocks and horrific visions are account-wide. You'll benefit from everything you unlocked in your main. They feel like they take longer. I feel like 11 minutes in a delve, or even 9 minutes in a delve, is like 30 minutes in real life. I don't know why they feel so slow to me. Maybe it's because mobs have like decent amounts of health. You don't have to kill so many of them, but when you're just wailing away on a given thing, you can, maybe they seemed like they were going to be more along the lines of sort of like a Diablo style, like really quick dungeon crawl, but instead I don't need to be over here at all. Instead, even with decent gear, like I over gear this delve, and I'm gonna be fighting this pack for a little bit here. Do them if I need a thing to watch my second monitor. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. Off we go. Down this way. Let's do a bigger pack, huh? Do this at the same time. He wants me to find the ones that match and kill the ones that match, I think. Nope, that was the wrong answer. No! Oh, well, I really thought I could take all of that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start being efficient. I'm gonna pull a bunch of things at once. I'm gonna multitask. That's gonna make all of this much faster. Look at me go. Whoopsies. Oh, he's still going. I like how they have standard boring fish pools inside a delve. Like, I would maybe stop and fish if I found one that was for sharks, like a blood pool, but those river bass are going to be in there forever. You gonna do any other things? No? Did you did everything? Oh, I gave, oh, I lost. Here, try it again. Defeat the image that perfectly matches the actions that I do. Okay. Those three. Those three. Yeah, it's definitely these guys. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay. Struggling. Are you heading to the lake later? Why have you got an oar equipped? It's like my favorite two-handed melee weapon transmog. I love it so much.
Let's get that nasty on.
That or the mop is also very good. There's a mop from the Siren Isle that's also excellent.
Need assistance? Very well then.
Okay. Not doing that elite. That is a bait. You wait for multiple actions, and then it limits it to one target. Oh. I figured it would be stupider than that. I did not think they were expecting me to pay attention for longer than a length of 3 seconds. They think highly of me. They were wrong. Kind of wish I was going to the lake later. It sounds nice. Get out in a little boat and do a little fishing. Put on some sunscreen. Or a big hat. I don't have a little boat. Maybe one day. Believe me, when I get into my little boat era, you guys will know. Maybe in another 10 years, we'll have another Vashir, but instead of a seahorse, we get a speedboat. You pull people behind you as passengers. That'd be kind of fun. There's, if you haven't played through the Thousand Needles Cataclysm leveling campaign, you get a riverboat of your own to sail around the zone, and it's phenomenal. It's probably a bit besides the point now, because nowadays you would not be in that zone without being able to just skyride, so you could just drag and ride around instead, but at the time, it was really cool. Now I want player housing, the houseboat edition. Oh no. He gets a damage amp when he's dizzy, and I kited too far away from him. Been fighting this boss for 13 years. My children have grown and left home. Their mother won't speak to me anymore. Where's my treasure? Over here? Okay. Disc fragments. Oh, I got a bounty. If I do another one, I can get a hero track piece. Not in a huge hurry to do that, but that's alright. How long was that? Did it tell me? It didn't. I got a decent chunk of XP for it. Some Hello Fall rep. Champion ring. Does he need a champion ring? He does, actually. He's got a veteran ring on. I don't think I'm going to fuss too much about his best stats. Although that one has speed on it. It's got speed. Yeah, well. We need to leave. Turn in our Titan disc fragments. See if it was worth it. These aren't really good for much, are they? Oh, you get resonance crystals, actually, and undercoins. I was thinking that they would be a bit useless after you were finished with Delver's Journey, but they're still, you still get some good stuff for it. I like undercoins. I sometimes use them to help fill in gaps in my alt gearing with veteran gear, because you can buy that warbound veteran gear with them, or I still need transmogs and cosmetics from them. See if this was worth all our time. We're gonna get at least 46 gold. Wow. What's the box have? 1,600. Not bad. Plus 900 resonance crystals. And Kej, which we can, I think, trade for resonance crystals somewhere. Definitely worth doing weeklies on all the alts if you have the stamina for it and you need currencies. I feel like I'm never going to not need the currencies. I'm never going to be free of them. You could probably do some of those weeklies with just delves. You get quite a few of the fragments from them. And then there's a delve weekly by itself for its own cache, which I did not pick up before doing. Yeah, not bad. He's up to 4,000 resonance crystals, which I think he got pretty recently. I think we earned those today. It's not going to pay for everything, but we're getting there. Little tiny bit at a time. Clean up his bags a little bit. Oh, I thought he had a Mechanica. It drives me nuts. It drives me batty that the miscellaneous Mechanica icon is the same as one of like the hand crank mounting system. They get me every time. I get so excited when I see it. I think that I got one. What do you think about the odds of Yogg dropping me 3 copies of one tier token in one run are? Sounds like a math question. You getting some unluck? There we go. Maybe sell a few things. He's up to 14k gold from today too. Can oh, he doesn't have auctioneer on. Can pop some of that into the war bank. I might have to. I guess I don't have to, but I might get another bank tab just to store additional veteran gear in. One tab might not be enough for. One tab might not be enough. I mean, I could also start storing gear in this tab, which I'm largely not using. Maybe that's the answer. Right now I'm using it for pet charms, pet treats, soaked journal entries that I can probably delete. I've got Genesis motes. I've got some Cinder Pollen. I've got 3 Marks of Honor. Wow. I think I'm going to start invading that tab. It wasn't originally meant to have veteran gear or warbound gear in it, but, you know, times change. Maybe we can do that before we start delving into the depths of our savings. Column 2 bottom item I can vendor. Column 2 bottom item. Oh, the progenitor essentia? It's not good for anything anymore? I don't need it. No cartel paragon mounts, but I'm trying to get each cartel to exalted before I go any further, so I haven't really opened very many chests. I think just the one freebie that they give you when you get to exalted. Vendor trash now. Okay. Darn it, I was hoping I would be able to use that for something. us at the end of our stream, but we have another one coming tomorrow, Sunday morning. We'll get cozy, we'll get comfy, we will have another 21 characters to do that daily quest on to try for the Void Lynx even further. I would like to thank you very much for spending your piece of your Saturday with me, or whatever day it is for you if you're watching the VOD. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.